Today's restoration project is a fascinating antique foot pump built around the year 1900 at first glance. It looks like a simple old machine, but it hides a remarkable piece of engineering from more than a century ago. This antique pump was purchased by restoration expert Austin Levdi for around $30. The seller claimed that it had once been used in glassblowing, helping craftsmen shape decorative glass objects by supplying a steady flow of air. However, as the restoration began, another possibility emerged. The pump was constructed from a combination of metal, wood, and leather, all beautifully crafted because of its design. Many people believe it may actually have been a Victorian-era fireplace bellows. Devices like this were commonly used to force extra air into fireplaces and furnaces, helping fires burn hotter and more efficiently. With the mystery still unsolved, the restoration could begin. The first step was complete disassembly. Large metal parts were removed and inspected. Years of rust had covered the surfaces, so they were cleaned using sandblasting. Once the rust was gone, the restorer chose not to over-polish the parts in order to preserve their antique appearance. Instead, a durable black powder coating was applied to protect the metal while highlighting its original texture. The coated parts were then baked in an oven at about 180 degrees Celsius, creating a strong and long-lasting finish. Next came the wooden components. Fortunately, they were still in good condition after a careful cleaning and light sanding. A mixture of linseed oil and turpentine was applied. This treatment helps nourish the wood, restore its appearance, and provide long-term protection. The leather section was a different story. It had completely deteriorated and could no longer function properly. A brand new leather piece was carefully cut, shaped, and installed to ensure an airtight seal. It was secured with nails and wire. Old seals were also replaced with modern rubber ones to improve performance. Attention then turned to the smaller parts. Screws, pins, and other hardware were cleaned, treated, and protected against future rust. Finally, the brass nozzle was polished until it regained its original shine. With every component restored, the final assembly began inside the pump. A clever system of valves controls the airflow. As the pedal is pressed, air is drawn in and then pushed out through the nozzle, creating a steady stream of airflow. After the final screw was tightened, the 120-year-old machine was ready for testing. The results were impressive. While it may not have been powerful enough for heavy-duty glassblowing, it worked perfectly for lighter tasks such as inflating balloons. The test was a complete success, proving that this historic foot pump still had life left in it after more than a century. And just like that, a forgotten piece of history was brought back to life. What do you think this pump was originally used